Super Cube Episode 7 is a roller coaster of emotions, action, and cosmic intrigue that left me both exhilarated and reflective. As someone who's been hooked on this series since Wang Xiaoxiu first stumbled upon that mysterious superpower cube, I can confidently say this episode pushes the boundaries of what I thought this show could achieve. It's not perfect, but it's a bold step forward in the narrative, blending high-stakes action, character growth, and philosophical undertones. In this review, I'll dive deeper into the key themes that define this episode: story progression, character development, animation and sound, thematic depth and pacing, to unpack why Episode 7 is a standout. Even with a few hiccups that didn't quite sit right with me, I've always appreciated how Super Cube balances its grounded high school drama with its wild, interdimensional sci-fi elements, and Episode 7 leans hard into the latter. The episode picks up with Wang Xiaoxiu diving deeper into the bizarre universe to rescue his crush, Xinyao, who's been whisked away to a world of extraordinary beings. I was thrilled to see the story take such a daring leap. Xiaoxiu's journey feels less like a linear quest now, and more like a chaotic plunge into a multiverse of possibilities. The introduction of a new antagonistic force, a shadowy figure manipulating the cosmic strings of this strange realm, had me on the edge of my seat. I love how the show doesn't spoon-feed us answers about this character's motives. Instead, it teases just enough to keep me guessing about their connection to the superpower cube. That said, I'm a bit torn about the pacing of the plot reveals. The episode throws a lot at us: new worlds, new enemies, and cryptic hints about the cube's origins. And while I enjoyed the whirlwind, I sometimes felt like I was scrambling to keep up. I personally don't understand why the writers didn't give us a moment to breathe and process the stakes before hurtling into another action sequence. A quieter scene to ground the cosmic chaos would have made the high-octane moments hit even harder. Still, I can't deny that the cliffhanger, with Xiaoxiu facing an impossible choice between saving Xinyao and preserving the balance of this alien world, left me desperate for the next episode. I anticipate we're in for some major revelations soon, and I'm all in for it. Wang Xiaoxiu continues to be a protagonist I root for, and Episode 7 showcases his evolution in ways that feel earned. I really appreciate how the show portrays him as neither a flawless hero nor an overpowered chosen one. He's still that awkward teenager at heart, but the weight of his cosmic powers is visibly shaping him. In this episode, we see him grapple with the moral implications of his actions, particularly a moment where he hesitates to use the cube's full potential, fearing it might harm innocent beings in this strange universe. I found this introspective side of Xiaoxiu deeply relatable. It's refreshing to see a hero question his own strength rather than revel in it. Xinyao, though absent for much of the episode, remains a driving force in Xiaoxiu's motivations. I'm against the trope of reducing a female character to a damsel in distress, so I was relieved to catch glimpses of her agency in this otherworldly realm. A brief scene shows her resisting her captors with a fiery determination that made me cheer. I hope the writers lean into this strength in future episodes, because I think Xinyao has the potential to be more than just Xiaoxiu's love interest. On the flip side, I didn't like how Sun Jun, the delinquent rival, was sidelined here. His absence felt like a missed opportunity to deepen the tension between him and Xiaoxiu, especially after their rivalry fueled so much of the early episodes. I'm holding out hope he'll return with a vengeance. The supporting cast, particularly the mysterious beings Xiaoxiu encounters, added intrigue but left me wanting more. One character, a cryptic guide who seems to know more about the cube than they let on, stole the show with their enigmatic presence. I'm dying to learn more about them, but I also anticipate the show might drag out their backstory for suspense, which could be frustrating if not handled well. Overall, the character work in Episode 7 is solid, with Xiaoxiu's growth being the highlight, though I wish the secondary characters had a bit more room to shine. Visually, Super Cube Episode 7 is a knockout. The animation quality is top tier, with vibrant colors and fluid fight sequences that had me glued to the screen. The bizarre universe Xiaoxiu navigates is a kaleidoscope of neon landscapes and surreal architecture, and I was blown away by the creativity in the world building. One standout scene, where Xiaoxiu dodges energy blasts in a gravity-defying chase, felt like a love letter to fans of high-energy anime action. The animators clearly poured their hearts into making every frame pop, And I think they succeeded in making this episode one of the most visually striking yet point. One of the reasons I'm so invested in Super Cube is its willingness to tackle big ideas. And episode 7 dives into themes of justice, power, and responsibility with surprising depth. I love how the show frames Xiaoxiu's journey as not just a physical quest but a moral one. His struggle to wield the cube's power responsibly resonates with me, especially in a world where power often corrupts. A poignant moment where Xiaoxiu reflects on whether his actions are truly just or merely selfish hit me hard. I think this introspection elevates the show beyond typical action anime, giving it a philosophical edge that I find compelling. The episode also explores fairness through Xiaoxiu's interactions with the beings in this strange universe. I was moved by a scene where he defends a weaker creature from a predatory force, not because it benefits him, but because he believes it's right. This moment crystallized what I admire about Xiaoxiu. He's not a hero because of his powers, but because of his heart. That said, I'm a bit skeptical about how the show handles the broader implications of the cube's origins. The hints about its connection to a high-dimensional civilization feel intriguing, but I worry the writers might lean too heavily on vague mysticism instead of giving us concrete answers. I don't think they'll drop the ball, but I'm keeping my expectations in check. Super Cube Episode 7 is a thrilling, visually stunning, and thought-provoking chapter in Wang Xiaoxiu's cosmic journey. I'm obsessed with how it balances action, heart, and big ideas, even if the pacing and dub didn't always hit the mark for me. The animation and music are phenomenal. The themes of justice and responsibility hit home, and Xiaoxiu's growth keeps me invested in his story. I'm against dismissing the show's flaws, like the sidelining of Sun Jun or the occasionally overwhelming plot, but I think its strengths far outweigh its weaknesses. I really appreciate how Super Cube continues to surprise me, and I'm already buzzing with excitement for Episode 8. If you're a fan of action-packed anime with a dash of philosophy, this episode will keep you glued to your seat, just as it did for me.